you actually agree, but I've been thinking a lot about lately about momentum. Momentum. And here's what I think, and this is when it comes to I think maybe unpopular truth. I think that momentum actually beats motivation. I'll say it again. Momentum beats motivation. So, and I think it beats motivation every time. So the reason is because motivation tends to fade and you have to kind of like rebuild it or recapture it, whereas momentum is like it compounds. You know what I mean? Like momentum actually, once you start having it, you seem to get more and more of it. Whereas motivation is something that kind of comes and goes. Once you're moving, you don't just kind of like stay moving, you really start building up speed, influence, results. And I don't know what you think about it, but I actually personally think that momentum beats motivation. By the way, this is why most successful entrepreneurs, they don't stop once they get a win. Like if you're following certain people, you notice they're constantly pushing, constantly doing something new, constantly out there kind of beating that drum. And I think the reason is that they don't double down is because momentum is like a great multiplier. You know what I mean? Like it actually multiplies, it makes hard things feel easier. It makes impossible things almost become inevitable. So, that's just kind of what I've been thinking about because I've been actually getting some momentum, if I can say it right. I've been getting some momentum in my own life and in my business, and I'm starting to see some of that traction. And I'm beginning to understand that momentum is more important than motivation. Okay, so just food for thought. I don't know if you agree with that or not. I'd love to hear your comments, but momentum beats motivation. And speaking of momentum, there's a couple of people that reached out to me about my last couple of seats that are left in the September micro mentorship. So this is something I offered a couple weeks ago. I said I'm going to take the month of September and take every Friday. We're going to be going through. I'm going to show you guys how I took $500 and turned it into $40,000 on one single piece of property that never had to deal with renters, never had to do a remodel, and didn't have to deal with rats. And I think it's something that whenever I talked about it initially, I didn't realize how much interest there would be in that. So I had a lot of people reach out. I threw it out there that I'd be doing this mentorship. And so September micro mentorship every Friday in the month of September, we're going to be taking everybody through that actual group. So we're going to be taking that group that we're doing, the small group September micro mentorship. We're going to be taking them through on Fridays and actually showing you guys how to find this list, how to cultivate it and find the right kind of leads in this list. And I'm going to be doing this with you guys. So it's not like, hey, here's some theory, go watch this course or go watch these videos. I'm going to be doing it with everybody that's a part of that group. So if you are looking to build some momentum, if you are looking to keep your momentum going, you might think about joining us. We've got I think there's 2 seats left for the September micro mentorship. That's beginning September 5th, coming right up every Friday in the month of September. We're going to be doing this together. There's homework assignments that we come back and regroup every single week. So, but let me know if you like the idea of momentum versus, the idea of motivation, because I think personally, momentum is something that it's hard to get, right? Motivation, frankly, is somewhat easy to get. Momentum, when you actually get out there and start getting this thing start building up and you start seeing some traction, it's actually pretty cool because you start seeing the traction begin to move. You pick up speed, and I don't know, just something I've been thinking about lately. So momentum in your business, momentum in your life, momentum in just the things that you're doing. I think it's super important. I want to know what you guys think. All right, take care. See you on the next one.